There are simple things in this world that carry great meaning. A mountain is made of tiny stones. An ocean is made of countless drops of water. In the same way, a peaceful life is often built from small, sacred practices. One of these ancient symbols is salt. For centuries, people have looked at salt as more than a seasoning for food. It has been seen as a symbol of purity, protection, and balance. Salt comes from the earth itself. It is a gift hidden within mountains and seas, shaped by time and carried into human hands. Because it comes from the heart of the earth, many believe it carries the energy of stability and grounding. When your mind is full of worry, fear, and confusion, your spirit becomes like a pond disturbed by a storm. The water becomes cloudy, and you can no longer see clearly. Sacred rituals are not magic that changes the world around you overnight. They are gentle reminders that peace begins within. One ancient practice is to hold a small bowl of salt and sit quietly. Close your eyes and breathe slowly. Imagine every burden, every fear, and every heavy thought leaving your body and settling into the salt. As you breathe out, release anger. As you breathe in, welcome calmness. In this moment, the salt becomes a symbol of letting go. Another practice is placing a small amount of salt near the entrance of your home. This simple act is a reminder that your home is a place of peace. Every time you walk through the door, remember to leave conflict, resentment, and unnecessary worries outside. Protection is not only about keeping danger away, it is also about protecting your heart from negativity. You may also dissolve salt in warm water and gently wash your hands. As the water flows, imagine that old fears and painful memories are being carried away. The body and mind are deeply connected. When you perform a ritual with mindfulness, even ordinary actions become sacred. But remember this truth. No ritual has power without awareness. A handful of salt cannot bring peace to a restless heart filled with hatred. Real protection comes from compassion. Real peace comes from understanding. The ritual simply helps you return to these truths. The earth gives us many treasures: mountains, rivers, trees, and minerals hidden beneath the ground. Salt is one of these treasures. It teaches us simplicity. It reminds us that even the smallest things can guide us back to balance. If you seek protection, guard your thoughts. If you seek peace, cultivate kindness. Let every grain of salt remind you to release what burdens your spirit and to embrace what nourishes your soul. Sit quietly for a moment. Take a deep breath. Feel the steadiness of the earth beneath you. Imagine yourself surrounded by calm and light. Peace does not arrive from distant places. It begins here, in this very breath, in this very moment. And like salt drawn from the ancient earth, may your spirit remain pure, grounded, and filled with gentle peace. Salt as a gift from the earth. Sacred salt symbolizes purity, grounding, and stability because it comes from the ancient minerals of the earth. Long before cities were built and roads crossed the land, the earth quietly formed one of its simplest treasures: salt. Hidden within mountains and carried by the seas, salt has been part of the world's story for countless generations. People have often looked at it as more than a mineral. They have seen it as a symbol of purity, balance, and strength. Every grain of salt reminds us that nature provides what we need to remain grounded. When life becomes busy and the mind is filled with worry, people often feel disconnected from themselves. They chase peace in distant places, forgetting that calmness can be found in the simplest things. Holding a small amount of salt can become a moment of reflection. Its stillness teaches us stability. Its connection to the earth reminds us to stand firmly even when life's storms arise. The mountains do not rush, and the oceans do not struggle to be what they are. Salt carries this same lesson. It invites us to slow down, breathe deeply, and reconnect with the natural rhythm of life. By honoring this humble gift from the earth, we remember that true strength and peace come from being rooted, balanced and present in each moment. Releasing negativity through mindful rituals using salt during meditation can represent letting go of fear, stress, anger, and emotional burdens. The mind often carries invisible burdens, worries about the future, regrets from the past, and the weight of painful experiences can settle within us like dust on a mirror. Over time, these burdens make it difficult to see life clearly and to experience genuine peace. Simple rituals can become a gentle way of reminding ourselves to release what no longer serves us. Salt, with its long history as a symbol of purification, can represent this process of letting go. Imagine holding a small bowl of salt in your hands and sitting quietly. With each slow breath, picture your fears, anger, and anxieties flowing out of your heart and settling into the grains before you. As you exhale, release tension. As you inhale, invite calmness and clarity. The ritual itself does not remove problems from the world, but it changes the way you carry them within yourself. When the mind learns to let go, it becomes lighter and more peaceful. Just as a river continues to flow because it does not cling to the water that has passed, we also find peace when we stop holding tightly to every sorrow and fear. Releasing negativity creates space for gratitude, wisdom, and inner harmony, creating a protected and peaceful home. Placing salt near the entrance of a home serves as a reminder to keep negativity outside and nurture peace within. A home is more than walls, doors, and windows. It is a place where the heart seeks rest and where the mind longs for peace. Yet many people carry the worries of the world into their homes without realizing it. Stress, anger, and disappointment often enter with them, slowly disturbing the calm they desire. Simple rituals can serve as reminders to protect the peaceful energy of the space we live in. Placing a small amount of salt near the entrance of a home has long been seen as a symbol of protection and purification. The act itself is not about creating a magical barrier. Instead, it encourages mindfulness. Every time you cross the doorway, you can pause and remember to leave unnecessary fears, resentment, and conflict outside. It becomes a quiet promise to bring kindness, patience, and understanding into your living space. A peaceful home begins with the thoughts and actions of the people who live there. When words are gentle and hearts are calm, the atmosphere of the home changes. The simple presence of salt can remind us to guard our inner peace and to create an environment where love, harmony, and compassion can grow. In this way, protection begins not at the door, but within the heart itself. Purification through simple practices, washing hands with salt water, symbolizes cleansing the mind and spirit from worries, painful memories, and unwanted energies. There are moments when the heart feels heavy and the mind becomes crowded with worries that seem impossible to release. Memories of disappointment, fear, and sadness can linger within us, affecting the way we see ourselves and the world around us. In these moments, even a simple act can become a meaningful reminder of renewal. Washing the hands with warm salt water is one such practice, symbolizing the desire to cleanse the mind and spirit of what no longer brings peace. As the water touches your hands, take a slow breath and imagine every anxious thought and painful memory gently dissolving. Feel the warmth of the water and the texture of the salt as reminders that healing often begins with small, mindful actions. With each moment, allow yourself to let go of anger, resentment, and fear, just as a river carries away leaves that have fallen into its current. The ritual does not erase the past or remove every difficulty from life. Instead, it creates a sacred pause, giving the mind an opportunity to become still and the heart a chance to feel lighter. Through simple acts of purification, we remember that peace is not found by holding on to pain, but by learning, little by little, to release it and welcome calmness once again. True peace comes from within. Salt rituals are meaningful only when combined with mindfulness, compassion, and inner awareness, because real protection and peace begin in the heart. Many people search for peace in distant places. They look for special rituals, sacred objects, and hidden secrets. believing that these things alone can protect them from suffering. Yet true peace cannot be given by an object or found in something outside of ourselves. It begins within the heart and grows through awareness, kindness, and understanding. Rituals, including those involving salt, are simply gentle reminders that guide us back to this truth. A handful of salt cannot calm an angry mind or heal a heart filled with resentment. Lasting protection comes from the way we think, speak, and act each day. When we choose patience instead of anger, compassion instead of judgment, and gratitude instead of complaint, we create an inner sanctuary that no storm can easily disturb. The mind is like a garden. If it is filled with fear and bitterness, peace cannot flourish there. But when it is cared for with mindfulness and kindness, it becomes a place of harmony and strength. Every ritual has meaning only when it awakens these qualities within us. The greatest protection is a calm and compassionate heart, and the deepest peace comes from learning to be fully present in each moment and living with gentle awareness.